lineup. Champ out there with the Magician. And there's Maverick. And it's Rivers. And it's the Waiter in at the 2. And for the Knicks, we've got Jay. Fisher is out there with Schroeder. Then it's the Magician. And it's Jackson in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Fisher. Here's Medu. Outside for Jackson. The 19-foot shot. That shot is off. Here's the Jazz with the ball. Rivers with it. Passes to Kirkland. Here's Babbitt. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win a championship.
Here's Rivers after New York gets the 3. It's tipped. That one's good from the corner. And so it's Sessions. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Pass to Medu. And here's Jackson. Jacks up a 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. The Waiter passes to Rivers. And there's the call on the Magician. That's his first foul. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the call will go against the Prodigy. That's his first foul. Here's Babbitt. He's covered by Sessions. Pass to Rivers. The 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rivers has got 5 points so far.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Medu nailed from three-point land. Medu's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Knicks. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's the Waiter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Babbitt from long range. Another miss by Utah.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Sessions. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 5. Jazz passing it around. Babbitt's shot is off. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Rivers. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Jackson. The rebound by the Jazz.
And they bumped this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Babbitt. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And Jackson throws it down hard. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Babbitt. Now the pass to Kirkland. Rivers against Jackson. Rivers can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's the waiter. Passes it to Babbitt. 6 to shoot. And here's Rivers. He's covered by Sessions. From deep three-point range, Rivers can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And that one's good. Sessions.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's the waiter. And it's blocked. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And another turnover here by New York.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. It's a three-point game. Pass to Babbitt. Over Sessions. Kirkland. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Schroeder. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's the waiter. Babbitt from long range. Fisher grabs the board.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Jackson passes to Medu. Out to Sessions. Offline with his three. Jazz trailed by 4. Dishes to Babbitt. Lets it go from deep. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. So Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. Some guys, always though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green, James Johnson. Those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Bridges comes in for Jackson, and it's Knox in for Jay. Utah also making some changes. Korkmaz checked in for Champ. Shorty comes in for Rivers. And Prez is subbed in for the waiter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Utah trailing here. Out to the right wing. Here's Babbitt. He's got 7. Here's Kirkland. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Medu, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Medu's got 9. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City. Babbitt kicks to Prez. Back to Babbitt. Clock at 6. And the pass to Shorty. For 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And you can tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 3.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
This one for 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Medu. Bridges with it. There's the dish to Schroeder. Kicks it to Fisher. And it's blocked. They get it back. Moves back up. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Fisher's got his second bucket tonight. Here's Babbitt. 7 points in the game. Out of bounds. New York takes possession for the Jazz. T comes in for Korkmaz. And it's the prodigy in for Maverick. Here's Knox. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Here's the prodigy. Pass to Shorter. Here's the magician. Defended by Bridges. Ray the pass to Kirkland. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. No good. Shot missing. And New York will come the other way. In the corner, it's Bridges. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The Jazz shooting just about an even 40% to start. The magician passes to Ray. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Bridges leading the charge.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Different look for New York. The Erasers checked in for Schroeder. And it's Madsen in for Medu. The Jazz also changing it up. Rivers comes in for Shorty. The Waiters subbed in for Prez. Here's the prodigy. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Now, here's Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for them. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
1:31 left to play in the first quarter. He gets it in there. Here's Rivers. 10 points for him. Pass to Ray. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Knox. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Bridges. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Rivers. That 3 off the mark.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Rivers. And And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
Mavericks checked in for the prodigy. The Knicks shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Babbitt. 7 points in the game. Now Rivers to halt the run and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. The Knicks leading by 7. Now here's Bridges. He's got 8. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
So on the floor for Utah, G out there with Shorty, then there's Champ, and there's Maverick, and it's the waiter in at the 2. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. The pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Madsen. He can't hit that time. The Jazz go the other way with it. Champ, the pass to the waiter. Here's Shorty. Jazz passing it around. Here's Babbitt. Passes it to Shorty. Fires the 3. And the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks leading by 5. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Knicks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media. It's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. Babbitt's shot is off. And it's Sessions with the ball for the New York Knicks. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Launches a 3, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Utah calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Babbitt. To the paint. Here's D. And that one drops for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Sessions passes to Alexander Walker. Pass to Manson. The three. They get it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's the waiter, guarded by Jackson. And there's the pass to Babbitt. There's the three. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Now the Knicks with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And that one's good. Sessions.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now here's Jackson. There's the lob to Jackson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And the Jazz call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
He's checked in for New York. Gordon comes in for the eraser. The Jazz also changing it up. Korkmaz checked in for D, and Prez is subbed in for the waiter. Here's Champ. Passes it to Babbitt. Down low. And he makes that one.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Right side, Gordon. He dishes it to Schroeder. Fades. And the Knicks good for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jazz trail by 18. Here's Babbitt. He has 7. From outside the arc, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Now here's Sessions. T right on him. Here's Gordon, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Nadu, he's checked in for New York. Rivers, he's checked in for Utah. The prodigy comes in for Maverick. Smitty, the NBA now permitting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kicks it to Prez. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Wasted no time on that one. Korkmaz has got his second basket.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Gordon dishes to Schroeder. Here's Madsen. He's got 5. Medu can't throw it down with one hand. It's Korkmaz in the corner. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Pass to Korkmaz. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Rivers. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
New York moving the ball around. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
The Knicks leading by 13. Gordon, the pass to the doctor. Tipped away. Pass to Medu. Shoots. New York, no good that time either.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
New York's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. The doctor passes to Medu. Good on the 13-footer. Medu's got 11 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And it's blocked by Gordon. The pass to Medu. A 3-ball. Hits the 3-point bomb. 14 points for him.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Here's the prodigy. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. A nice shot by Medu. And the Knicks lead by 20.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Rivers looking over the floor. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. New York's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Schroeder. The Knicks making a switch here. Fisher's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. The Magician, he's checked in for Champ. D comes in for Korkmaz. The Waiters subbed in for Prez.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes to the Waiter. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. So for the Knicks, Bridges comes in for Schroeder, and it's Jackson in for Medu. And a switch here also for Utah. Babbitt's checked in. They get it back, and he drops it in from the low post. The Magician's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Pass to Bridges. 3-pointer. Utah with the rebound. The Magician's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Jazz trail by 19. Pass to the Waiter. They get a hand on it. Launches it. Fisher grabs the board. Fisher's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Shorty, he's checked in for Utah. Here's the Waiter. He kicks it to Babbitt. The pass to D. Here's the Magician. Shot clock at 6. Here's the Waiter. Utah the rebound. He gets that one. The Magician's got 9.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Gordon the pass to Manson. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Gordon. Tries yet again, and that one's good from Fisher. 6 points for him.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
There's two things they rely on him for: being competitive and bringing energy.
Here's Babbitt. He has 7. Got a piece of it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Jackson's shot is good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Jazz trailed by 21. Babbitt passes to the waiter. 14 feet away. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Here's Jackson with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And here's Utah. The waiter passes to Babbitt. Here's Shorty. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Knicks with the rebound. Fisher's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Shorty the pass to the waiter. And there it is for him.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
And here is Bridges. Beyond the arc. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Knicks out front, up 19.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are dominating the score. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from the Magician in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Fisher. Schroeder is out there with Jackson. Then it's the Magician, and it's Gordon in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Jazz trailed by 21. Here's the prodigy. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Rivers with it. Lets it go with the 3. But they get it back. Here's Champ. And finally they hit one. Champ's got 5 now.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Pass to Medu. Outside Gordon. To the inside. And there's the bucket from Medu. 18 points for him.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Here's Rivers. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Fisher. Good. And the Knicks lead by 20.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Jackson against Rivers. Over Jackson. Rivers can't get it to go.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Gordon against Rivers. And the basket by Gordon.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
D, he's checked in for Korkmaz. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Medu. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Medu's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's D. It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Here's Schroeder. Bucket is good. Schroeder's got 10.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
And the Jazz call time here. You gotta like what the Magician has done in this game.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
D passes to Champ. Here's Rivers. Bangs home the trifecta. Rivers has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Jazz.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Outside Gordon. Dishes to Schroeder. Banked in off the glass. 12 points for him.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Here's Rivers, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Pass to Medu. Over Prez. And the Knicks good for 2.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Rivers passes to Champ with the fadeaway. He can't get it to go. And New York the other way now. Inside, here's Schroeder. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Yes, that goes in. New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. New York calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Madsen, he's checked in for Fisher. Bridges comes in for Jackson. The Erasers checked in for the Magician. And Jay subbed in for Gordon. And Utah also making a switch. Mavericks checked in for the Prodigy. Feeds to Schroeder. And the pass to Madsen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. And so he hits both. Here's Babbitt. He has 7. Passes it to Prez. Now here's Rivers. Unloads from 13. And it's Madsen with the rebound.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender, right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
They recover it. And another shot. Schroeder's shot is good. Schroeder's got 10 points in just the second half.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Babbitt. And the call will go against the Prodigy. That's foul number 2 for him. The Magician, he's checked in for Champ. Goes up off the inbound. Rivers can't get it to go.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Rez passes to Babbitt. Kicks to Prez. Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. 4 on the clock. Here's D. The Jazz with another miss. The Knicks shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Bridges shot good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Prez. Nice ball movement by Utah. And there's the call on the eraser. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Korkmaz checked in for D. Shorty comes in for Rivers. The waiters subbed in for Prez. Shorty, the pass to Korkmaz. Offensive rebound, Kirkland. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Shots good by Alexander Walker. Here's Babbitt. He has 7. Pass to the waiter. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Out left to the wing. The pass to the waiter. Back to Babbitt. A floater. Passes it to Korkmaz. And it's Madsen with the rebound. Madsen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Schroeder's shot is good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Utah's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Korkmaz. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Schroeder's shot is good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Babbitt. 7 points in the game. It's deflected. Now here's Sessions. Defense right on him. Bridges passes to Schroeder. The inside shot. And again, it's New York.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Jazz shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Back to Babbitt. They need this one. Knicks with the rebound. Bridges has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's the waiter, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
For the Knicks, the doctors checked in for Schroeder. Jackson comes in for the eraser, and it's Knox in for Jay. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Champs checked in for the Magician. T comes in for Korkmaz. Rivers, he's checked in for Shorty. And it's the Prodigy in for Maverick. Jackson against Rivers, rebounded by Jackson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
And Utah making a change here. Prez is checked in. That's good from Jackson. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Here's the Prodigy. Pass to Rivers from downtown. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, here's Madsen. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. There's 1:26 left in the third. Rivers against Bridges. Rivers passes to Champ. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ray. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Bridges. The rebound by the Jams. Champ's got 7 rebounds in the game. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Prez. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to D. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
To the inside. Here's the doctor. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jazz shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's the Prodigy. The pass to Rivers. Shoots over Bridges, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 25 points for Red Hot. And so it's New York, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Knicks on offense. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Maverick out there with the waiter. Then it's D. Then there's Champ. And it's Shorty in at the 3. The NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty. They'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking about a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
Here's Knox. Passes it to Madsen. A rebound by the Jams.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And there's the bucket from Medu. Medu's got 24.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's producing.
Pass to the waiter. Here's Babbitt, and he makes good on the layup.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Here's Knox. A steal. Now the pass to Shorty. Here's the waiter. Defended by Bridges. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. And he recovers it. And that one misses. That one misses. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Good work there as it goes.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's the waiter. Hands it from short range.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And they call an illegal screen here. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Kicks to Schroeder. Throws it up high. And it's blocked. Babbitt from long range. That shot off. And New York will come the other way. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Passes it to Shorty. To the paint. Knocks it loose. And now the Knicks on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Champ the pass to Babbitt. Right through the D for the layup. Babbitt's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Back to Knox. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. A different look for New York. Fisher's checked in for the doctor. Jackson comes in for Bridges. And Jay subbed in for Knox. Rivers, he's checked in for the Jazz. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Here's Champ. Misses off the left iron.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
He hits the second from the line.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Here's Babbitt. Pass to Kirkland. And there's the call on the Magician. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Babbitt. Fisher grabs the board. Fisher's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And there's the call on Maverick. That is his first foul of the game. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar, there's no off season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody's looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
Here's Rivers, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Out to the wing. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's not going to go for him.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pulls it up, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter. And it's Sessions with the ball for the Knicks. Pass to Medu. Now here's Sessions. No good that time. The Jazz go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And there's the pass to Medu. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Phenomenal how many threes he drained in the first half, especially considered he's hit none since.
Korkmaz passes to Babbitt. And here's Rivers over Jackson. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Babbitt. Babbitt's got his 7th assist here tonight. And Sessions kicks to Jackson. Here's Medu. Babbitt grabs the board. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's the waiter. The dish to Babbitt. 6 to shoot. Here's the waiter. Rebound by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Medu. And the layup is good. Medu's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Moving it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Babbitt passes to Rivers. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Passes to Schroeder. Back to Jackson. New York moving the ball around. Drains the three-pointer. That's 29 points for the Magician.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The Magician passes to Babbitt. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Jackson against Rivers. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Count that bucket.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Medu, and it's blocked. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Prodigy.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And they pick up 2.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Unloads from 13. Fisher grabs the board. And here's Jackson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.